Share your love and creativity for baking. Bake more memories with tried and trusted Royal Baking Powder. Last Friday on the Tastemaster SA, Derek, Shanae and Tahila entered the grand finale. They were given the task of creating 6 unique bakes in 6 hours. But after learning that one more contestant would be eliminated along the way, the heat was on. In the end, the pressure got the better of Tahila, who was eliminated after presenting her first 2 bakes. Tonight, the grand finale ends in a crescendo at Siba, the restaurant at the V&A waterfront, where Derek and Shanae will battle it out for the title of the Tastemaster SA. A display of winning bakes from throughout the competition sets the stage for the finale, along with our judges Fritz, Zola and Siba herself.
So Zola, this is the pinnacle of the season. We've seen tears, we've seen small victories, we've seen so many emotions during this season. And to be honest, anybody could stand here today, but it's Shanae and Derek. What do you think about the 2 finalists?
I am so proud of them. I mean, I'd be proud whichever combination of contestants it would be. It's been an honor being part of their journey. That's why I love being a judge on the Tastemaster SA, is that you get to see somebody grow as a baker in confidence, in skill, in flavor combinations. So I'm very excited to see what they pull out for the final.
And the crazy thing is, like, making it up to this point is already going to be life-changing.
Absolutely.
That makes it all worth it.
Yep, and it's going to be a difficult decision for us and the guest judge. You know, the more difficult it is to make a decision at the end, the more we know that we actually made the right decisions to pick the final 2.
Yeah, well, you said it, and here they come.
Here they are.
I am super excited to go into this final. I am feeling confident, I'm ready to do this, and I'm living my dream.
It's a bit of a mind blow to be in the finale of the finale, the second part of the finale. I never in a million years thought it would actually happen, and here I am.
Welcome, contestants. After many grueling challenges, lots of twists and turns, here you are, the final 2 of the Tastemaster SA.
I had a wonderful journey. There's been so many challenges that I thought I'm going to fall flat on my face, and then I stood up and I rose up and I presented something.
I've achieved so much here, and I believe all the growth and the passion and the love that I put into my baking, that you can see it, and I want to win. This is mine.
The Tastemaster title comes with 50,000 Rand in cash from Royal Baking Powder, more than 80,000 Rands worth of equipment from KitchenAid, and 50,000 Rands worth of AEG equipment to challenge the expected in the kitchen. As you know, you're also baking for an opportunity to kickstart your career in television. Yes, you could possibly become the face of future cooking shows on SABC.
The prizes are spectacular. To be able to be on TV as a foodie, that prize is priceless.
Derek, it's the final part of the final. How do you feel about being here today?
It's like a dream. I can't really believe I'm here. I'm just taking it in and committing this to memory. I wanted to be present and real.
Shanae, I can only imagine that during the course of the competition you may have thought, I'm never going to get there. But regardless of that, you are here. Tell us, what's the state of your mind like right now?
I am extremely proud of us, myself. I'm so overwhelmed, I'm so excited, nervous, everything is all mixed.
Well, we're super excited and we hope that you are ready, because today you're not just cooking to impress us. The guest judge for today needs absolutely no introduction, because you are in fact standing in her restaurant.
Internationally renowned, multi-award winning chef, restaurateur and best-selling author.
Please welcome Siba Mtongana.
Wow, look at everything she's achieved. She's an author, she's got the restaurant, she's well known. That's amazing.
Hello, I just wanted to welcome you to Siba the restaurant. Just to give you a bit of information of who we are, we're a fine dining restaurant where everything is beautifully curated and every dish has a beautiful story that goes with it. It shares my travel around the world as well as my South African heritage. And I have had the privilege of traveling throughout Africa, so I tell a lot of African stories. stories too. We pay specific attention because we are fine dining. So I guess my expectation from you from today is finesse. It is elegant, everything elevated, because it will speak and match where you are today. So all the best.
Oh, well said.
Siba's got very high expectations. I'm feeling a bit rattled at the moment, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to show her.
I like presenting beautiful food, of course, but it's not haute cuisine. So I do hope I don't fall short in her eyes.
Well, now that you know what's expected from you, let's get baking. Everything that you baked yesterday has been brought through. You will have full access to the pantry in the restaurant kitchen, and then you will have 2 hours to complete your bake. After which, you will serve the judges and await your fate.
Your time starts in
3, 2, 1. Let's make more memories.
Up next, with 2 hours on the clock to finish their bakes, Derek and Shanae complete their final challenge for the competition. Congratulations to our episode 11 viewer winner, Peter Feldman, who created garlic and herb pull-apart buns, slow-cooked lamb potjie, and white chocolate with marshmallow center cones. He walks away with a brand new KitchenAid stand mixer.
Why not order from your oven? With precision, raise your standards and make it matter. AEG. Challenge the expected.
What I'm a bit stressed about is having to bake cupcakes and decorating them, and also making my gnocchi plate.
I only have to bake my quiche, and I have to finish off my chocolate cake, my eclairs, and my brownies. So I'm feeling confident.
Contestants, I know this is the final, and you know, this is Tastemaster SA, so there's a little bit of added pressure. Not that you needed it, but today you are also going to be baking in front of an audience. Our sponsors will be joining us.
Well, good.
So here they come. They're going to be watching you bake the bake of your lives.
Ooh.
There's an audience coming to watch. A whole lot more pressure.
I'm not very fazed by that. I'm very focused on what I need to do. I'm doing my batter for my vanilla cupcakes immediately. And while the oil and sugar and eggs are creaming up, I'm getting a pot of hot water ready to be able to cook my sweet patat for my gnocchi.
I am starting with my quiche. I'm going to roast the butternut, caramelize my onions, and put my bacon in the AEG air fryer to get it nice and crisp. And then I'll go on with other bakes.
I think I made my task quite easy today because I've already prepped most of the things. So I think that's very good.
It's about 15 minutes in and I'm a bit worried. I'm very anxious that there won't be enough time.
Well, judges, this is the culmination of the competition. These guys have gone through a rigorous process to get here, and I have this optimistic anticipation that we're going to see some of the best work they've done thus far.
I think so too. There's a definite calm about their attitude in the kitchen today. I think that's because it's a do or die moment. There's no time to be super anxious. You just got to get down and do it. What I want to know from you, Siba, is what for you would be a winning dessert?
Anything that speaks to technical skill, because you know if you didn't follow the recipe correctly, it will flop, you know. Number two, what accompanies it, you know, is very important to make sure that it speaks to each other and there's not clashes in my mouth. And I can't stress this enough, it must look pretty. Hello, Fikatola. Look at us. It must look pretty, food needs to look pretty.
We always encourage them to inject their heritage, their personality into their bakes. So I really want to see that. But I don't think they're going to let me down today. I think that these two are strong bakers, absolutely.
I have a feeling it's going to be a tough one.
I think so, Well, let's see what they bring.
I'm using royal baking powder in my vanilla cupcakes. That's a beautiful rising agent. I'm going to transform the cupcakes into beautiful creme brulee vanilla sponges. I'm stressed. I have a lot to do. I should have done more yesterday, but I simply didn't get to it.
I'm using my Salati pure white sugar in my caramelized onions just to help it give that sweet taste to the onions as well, and it will dissolve easily and it tastes beautiful.
Do I still have to make cinnamon rolls? I'm going to start with those right now. Got the bread dough out. It had a nice long fermentation process. I don't want to be too rough with it and roll it out like mad. Just give it a little bit of a press, be gentle, and just level it out so that I can do the rolls for the cinnamon buns. I've mixed some Solati brown sugar with cinnamon for my cinnamon rolls. Beautiful brown sugar, natural, unprocessed, sweet but not too sweet, and full of flavor. I love it.
I am using my AEG air fryer to make some crispy bacon. It's for my decoration as well as for in my quiche. I have to decorate my chocolate cake still. I have to fill my eclair, I have to decorate my eclair and my brownie as well, and then I have to bake my actual quiche. I feel that I'm doing fine. I must just keep level-headed because I know what I'm doing.
I still have a lot to do. We'll see how this goes. I'm concerned. Shanae bakes every day of her life. It's experience to know what to do, when, time management. I don't have that experience. I'm a home baker. I'm baking.
The butternut is looking good. I just wanted to get some slight color. So I'm just leaving it a little bit more. It should almost be ready.
Cinnamon buns reminds me of my mother. She loved them, and she used to make it with a rooibos latte, and then she'll have a small little treat with that.
I'm going to use strawberries, blueberries and raspberries in my compote. I'm going to put some lemon zest in there, a slight acidity, and yeah, I'm just going to boil it together.
My plan for the berry compote is to put it in between the layers of the chocolate cake.
Contestants, this is your halfway time call. That means you have an hour left. Also, we have a surprise for you.
What is it? What? More time.
It's not a dream, Derek.
Better luck next time.
We're in the middle of the challenge. What is this? What's happening?
With the challenge of completing 4 bakes on time, what surprise does Zola have up her sleeve? And how will it affect the competition? Stay tuned to find out.
With Solati, there's so many ways to sprinkle joy in your kitchen.
With an hour remaining, Derek and Shanae must pull out all the stops to win, but there's one more palette to impress. Joining the judging panel is Springbok rugby legend and family man Tendai the Beast Mtawarira. After retiring from international sport in 2019, he's become a respected entrepreneur and has initiated the Beast Foundation, an NPO that aims to build the next generation of African leaders.
Please welcome your other guest judge.
Yes, I knew it.
Tendai the Beast Mtawarira.
Hello.
Welcome.
No, thank you.
He's a big guy, hey?
Is he a rugby player? I'm kidding. It's great to know that there's a champion on the judges panel. Maybe he can sense the champion in me.
Oh, love you.
Yeah, so my favorite cake is a chocolate cake. And I always look for the freshness in the cake and the gooey chocolate that comes out when I take a bite. Yeah, that kind of resonates with, with who I am.
Pressure.
Good luck, guys. Keep baking.
This is a filling for my baked gnocchi pocket. It's filled with courgettes. There's ricotta, cream cheese, herbs, and parmesan. They'll be in there. So that's a little savory something.
How's it, Derek?
Hi, Fritz. How are you doing?
Well, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too, man.
Great stuff.
How are you feeling?
I'm stressed. I'm stressed because I feel there's too much to do. Yeah, unfortunately. But I do have a beautiful Italian chocolate tart for you.
Oh, wow.
And I think you might enjoy that a lot.
I cannot wait to taste it. Yeah, this kind of reminds me of a big test match, It's always a lot of pressure. But, I'm sure you've had so much practice and you're ready to deliver.
Well, I'm ready to deliver. I don't know about the practice, but I'll give it my best.
No, that sounds good,
All
man.
the best, Derek.
Thank you. Thank you, Fritz.
Hello, Shanae.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. I heard that you're making a beautiful chocolate cake for me.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm making a chocolate cream cheese buttercream, and I'm going to put some ganache in there. I'm making a berry compote that's going to go in the middle, and I'm going to decorate it beautifully.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
How do you feel about the berry infusion or the berry component in your chocolate cake? Are you okay with fruit being in your cake?
I'm certainly okay with fruit being in my cake. You know, as long as it complements that chocolatey taste, I don't mind it at all.
There we go. Awesome. Thank you. Otherwise, I was going to leave it out.
Yes, that's why I gave you the opportunity. So, Shanae, tell me, I'm sure this doesn't happen often, but how do you feel like having to impress a Springbok rugby legend?
It's amazing. It's so nice to meet you. My brother's going to be super jealous.
Yeah, everybody's brothers everywhere.
Yes.
No,
it's an honor. Thank you.
No, the honor is mine. Great to meet you.
Thank you.
I'm using a little bit of royal baking powder in my gnocchi just to help it get that fluffiness and lightness. The gnocchi is made with a dual sweet potato, so it's a beautiful, rich orange color. And the gnocchi needs to be made and then shaped into filled pockets. That needs to be boiled though, and I'm worried I don't have enough time to boil it first before I bake it. You see how beautiful they are? Very rustic. These gnocchi pockets are delicious. Hope the judges like them.
Listen, I need more hands. I'm sifting on the one side, I'm mixing with the other one. I'm like, I need more hands, then I could get a lot more done at one time.
I have to bring what makes me me to this competition. I'm not a professional baker. I can't compete on a level that's finessed and fine and haute cuisine. That's not who I am.
2 hours I thought was going to be enough, and now the pressure and everyone looking at you, it feels like I'm not getting everything done in time. It's crazy.
I am happy with my pastry. It's got cheese in, so it will be beautiful.
I've done as much as I think I can in the first finale, but I'm worried that I might not have enough time. Luckily, I have the creme pat from the custard slices, and I planned it that way so that I have enough to decorate my cupcake, so at least a bit of pressure is off.
I'm going to make my quiche right now, then I'm going to go on with my chocolate cake.
These dishes represent me, as I think they've all got bold flavors, and I'm putting color into it. Everything that I feel that represents me has got to do with Aliyah too. The way she has built me up and made me a better person, and yeah, my life revolves around that beautiful little girl.
Look at them. Look at them. Cinnabons filled with Belgian chocolate. Have you ever? That reminds me, I should really start making a tea.
Contestants, you have 30 minutes left.
Woo!
Let's go, guys.
Come on, guys!
I'm changing my plan, so I am not going to do the berry compote. I put too much water. So what I'm going to do is I made some ganache here, and I'm going to add some of the whole pieces of fruit, and I'm going to mix it into the ganache, and that's going to be inside the cake.
I'm giving all my bakes my personal stamp. I'm exploring flavors. I'm doing levels of flavor that I think the judges might enjoy. I'm also giving them an experience, a bit of a journey throughout. And I think in that way, I'm elevating these bakes to finale standards.
I think I am playing it a little bit safe, but I was thinking of the time restraints, and I didn't want to bring too much new things into my bakes because it would take away time, and we don't have a lot of time.
I think that looks very appetizing. Ding dong, the witch is dead, the wicked witch. I'm joking. Wow. You know I love you.
Janae.
Hello.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling a bit stressed at the moment.
I'm seeing a break of sweat.
What's got you stressed like this?
I still wanted to do hectic plating on my brownie, and then yeah, I have to finish my chocolate cake and my eclair. Yeah.
Oh, so you got to finish everything.
Got a lot to do still. Yes.
I'll say keep pushing.
Yes.
Just make sure it doesn't wobble over.
Yeah, because it is hot in here.
It is hot in here.
And heat, icing, nerves.
Chocolate.
Not a great combination.
I'm gonna take that off now that she's making me stress. Derek.
Well, that's what happens. Your attention is on something else, and then, you know, poof, goes the magic teapot.
Siba points out to me that my cake is sliding down, and I got the idea of a Sosati stick, so it can keep up the cake, keep it level, and put that in the freezer and let it set properly.
You did have a lot to do, but you seem to be moving at a very steady pace. How are things going?
For a minute there, I was a bit stressed. I won't lie.
Stress is gone now.
The stress is gone now. I think die koel is deur die kerk. Yeah, I'm feeling happy.
Good. You're feeling comfortable with everything that you're going to present. Presentation, of course. Siba mentioned many times that we eat with our eyes first, so she wants it to look spectacular. Have you allowed yourself enough time to get that done?
The rest of the time that is left will be spent on presentation. So I'm starting with the chocolate tart, which I need to get out of this tin.
Okay, so no chocolate cake on your menu, but you're doing tart. Are you afraid that the beast might be like, meh?
I am not afraid for one single minute.
Did you see the beast? You should be afraid.
I'm not afraid.
It's a good thing. Love the confidence.
Thank
Good
you.
luck, Derek.
Thank you, Zola. I need to get that chocolate tart out of its tin. I'm trying a couple of times and it's not coming out, but eventually I run a little palette knife around the edge, I flip it over and it comes loose. When I peel that wax paper off and I see the kumquat showing like little amber jewels, just perfect.
My brownie is tasting decadent. Everything feels like it's taking lots of time now, and I don't have time.
I'm running around, I'm trying to get everything on the plates. I'm looking at my plates, what I'm getting done, and I'm like, is this enough? Am I going to be good enough to win this?
You ready?
I'm ready, ma'am. Yes.
I see you did the magic.
Had to do something there. I'm gonna go in.
Sweet tea. The Cinnabons.
I'm getting everything ready, and as the judges counts down to the last minute, the tea ball is over again.
Right, contestants, this is it. Your final countdown begins now. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Final challenge done. Woo!
I've tasted some of it. Quite nice. The flavors are there. I'm very happy with my chocolate tart, my Italian chocolate tart. Having completed this challenge and this entire competition, I'm happy with what I did. I'm happy with how far I've come. Now I'm just glad that it's over. If the judges can appreciate what I'm showing them, the journey I'm taking them on, I might just win.
That was the longest, shortest 2 hours of my life. Is the plating what I wanted to do that I had set in my mind before? No, but I do think it looks beautiful. And I hope the taste is also going to speak for itself. I think I have what it takes to win this competition because I've got the passion and the love for baking, and you can taste it in my bakes as well, that I do have a love for it.
Coming up, after a grueling finale challenge, Derek and Shanae present their bakes to the judging panel one last time. Who will influence the nation with their creative bakes? Bake more memories with tried and trusted Royal Baking Powder.
I can't can't stop saying how proud I am of them. They have grown leaps and bounds. I mean, you could tell the way that Derek was baking today, he really was enjoying himself. And I think that that's an important thing, especially in the final. He did say in the beginning that he wants to be present, and I think that he ticked that box for himself. Absolutely, Shanae had lots of nerves, but her bakes look beautiful, and I think that they can both be proud of themselves for getting this far and producing what they have.
Walking up to these judges is just incredibly intimidating. They are incredible. I've admired them for so long, and I'm walking up with my final bake. This better give me the win.
Shanae, first off, I am very proud of you. So for the very last time, please run us through what you prepared for us here today.
Okay, I've got a chocolate cake. In between the layers, there's chocolate ganache, and then the eclair has a coffee pastry cream in, and I dipped it in ganache. And then I've got my quiche, which is a cheddar cheese pastry, and inside there's roasted butternut, caramelized onion, and there's bacon. And then I've got my brownies, and it's a pecan nut brownie, and it's a decadent brownie, I would say.
Is this authentically you?
This is definitely authentically me. I love full flavors, I love bright colors. Always when I'm speaking about something, my daughter is always involved. So this one is for Aliyah. I think she would be very proud of her mom.
So which dish are you most proud of?
I would say the chocolate cake, in terms of the flavors.
Yeah, you're a lady after my own heart. I love my chocolate.
He was hoping for that answer.
Yes.
You had a wonderful day today. You did use every single minute. But yeah, look what you produced. You should be so very proud of yourself. And we cannot wait to dig in, so leave us to it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shanae. Thank you, Zola. Thanks.
Cheese pastry is lovely and flaky, lots of cheesy flavor, packed with filling, which I love in a quiche. It's not all just egg custard. Shows her skill when it comes to pastry making, beautifully baked center. I think in terms of decoration, maybe butternut would have been a better choice, just because the bacon looks a bit sad. But in terms of flavor, spot on.
The pastry melts in your mouth, which is what you want. However, I still find it that it's still a quiche. Now, there's nothing extraordinary about it, but the quiche itself tastes nice.
Great balance between sweet and savory, and the eating experience is just excellent.
I must say, I'm not a big fan of quiche, but I could eat this one. I love the crust, the outside, and it's really nice and crispy. And of course, the bacon flavor as well is a really nice addition to the quiche.
Really enjoyed the filling inside, especially because she's gone all the way extra by adding beautiful vanilla in it. It really makes a huge difference when it comes to that. And she added some gold leaves to it. I think what I appreciate about Shanae is that she's very skilled in, ensuring that the basics are covered.
She got that coffee flavor balanced in there extremely well. I mean, it really, really lifts this bake for me. And that filling is smooth as silk.
Great technique shown. Her ganache on top is shiny, which means she kept the temper on the chocolate, which is lovely. I think, the gold touches the flowers, says Shanae through and through. A delicious eclair.
I love the nuts in her brownie, and I also like the choice of garnish. For me, when you say brownie, it must have a crusty top and a gooey center, and that's what I'm lacking on this one, even though I'm enjoying the nuttiness of it and just the flavor combination.
For me, I do get brownie because I like a fudgy brownie because, some people like a gooey brownie, some people like a cakey brownie. The only criticism I have of it is that the frosting on top, unnecessary. It just adds sweetness and the graininess isn't that pleasurable for me. I
would probably agree with Chef Sibaya that, it's a little bit too dry for me.
I think the raspberry, I don't want to say saves it, but it's critical to this because it is very sweet. So I'm thankful for that. Decent brownie, but I agree with you. I think the icing was is going the wrong way.
Right, the moment Tendai has been waiting for. Chocolate cake.
The chocolate cake, you know, is so fresh, you know, it's very inviting. I think what I'm enjoying the most about it is that, you know, it's melting in my mouth. You know, the chocolatey flavors are really kicking in. And I also love the addition of the blueberries. So I think it's a nice balance to this cake, and I would have this for my next birthday.
Oh, okay. So it's ooey, gooey, delicious chocolateiness, everything you want in the chocolate cake.
Everything that I love, yeah.
It's a delicious chocolate cake. It ticks all the chocolatey boxes. I think she nailed it. And I think that this is a cake that she's made a few times before, and she brought it out at the right time. Absolutely delicious. Right, are we all ready for
the next one?
Derek's bakes?
Yep, ready.
I'm walking up to the judges and I feel proud. I'm happy with my bakes. I had a wonderful journey. There's nothing else to be done, nothing else to be said. My bakes will speak for themselves.
Derek, it's done.
It's done.
It's done. You said at the beginning of today that you wanted to stay present and in the moment. Do you feel like that is exactly what you experienced today?
About 15 minutes in, I began doubting myself, and then for some reason I thought, I'm not going to finish this. But when we had an hour left, I knew I'm going to be okay. So from that moment on, I was present and I was taking everything in.
Fabulous. Okay, talk us through exactly what each component is.
Firstly, we have some creme brulee cupcakes. Then we have an Italian chocolate tart with kumquat marmalade. And that is served with Parmesan shavings and red peppercorns. The next one is gnocchi pockets. And then my mother's favorite, cinnamon rolls, enjoyed with some sweet tea, and in this case, sweetened with a bit of condensed milk.
Derek, this sounds amazing. How proud are you for finishing this baking challenge? Does it feel like winning the World Cup?
I do feel a bit like a champion, I must say. I'm very glad that I'm able to put this down in 2 hours, and I'm also relieved that it's over now. I can relax a bit. Because it is hard, it is difficult, it is a challenge.
And which of the dishes would you say is a must taste?
If you don't get to taste the chocolate tart, I think your life won't be quite complete.
That's a lot of confidence.
Says the guy with cheese on his tart. It's definitely going to be an adventure tasting all these dishes. I can see that now. We're going to have a lot to talk about. Thank you, Derek.
Thank you, guys. Enjoy.
Thank you. I think it's very creative with having to bake the gnocchi, and I really like the filling. However, it loses that beautiful texture, which makes it nice and fluffy if you had just boiled it and done it the natural gnocchi way, and then just lightly toasted it in the pan and added everything else, because if you're going to say it's this, it must be that.
The name links it to the essence.
Yeah.
And the essence is, it's a little potato cloud. The filling is decent though. I mean, burnt butter, they can put it on a shoe. I'm gonna eat it. But definitely not a gnocchi experience. Great innovation, love the idea.
I think the filling, delicious, a little bit of chili, which is exciting. I'm also missing that light, airy gnocchi experience, but I can appreciate that he was trying to do something different. And yeah, I commend him for that.
I was looking for that, you know, infusion of flavors on my palate, but yeah, it's quite bland. I couldn't really taste much. It's not really connecting with me.
I like the infusion of the chocolate. However, I am missing the cinnamon in it, but otherwise the flavor makes sense together.
I really enjoyed the cinnamon bun, and the fact that he paired it with that condensed milk tea, it sort of hugged me a little bit. I think it was such a warming experience, and I can understand how, you know, this reminds him of his mom, so I can see his stamp on that. The dough on the cinnamon bun, beautifully baked. I was surprised that it was chocolate. I don't remember him saying anything about chocolate, so when I ate, I was like, oh, chocolate, interesting. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Just like you, I enjoy it because of the chocolatey taste to it. As you know, I'm a chocolate person, so...
Now we know.
Exactly. So that's just like, you know, the nice spin to it. So all in all, yeah, nice cinnamon bun.
I really am enjoying this. I tend to be a person who likes balance when eating, so nothing too overly sweet for me. And I find this is just perfectly sweet. It could have had a little bit of lemon just to balance that sweetness of the creme brulee on top. The texture is not quite a cupcake. It almost feels like it's a scoffin. It's a mixture between a scone and a muffin. But having said that, did it bother me? No, it didn't bother me. I'd have another bite again and another one. It's really lovely.
Yeah, it's quite fresh, and as well, there's a nice sponge, you know, to the actual muffin, cupcake. so I think there's a nice balance. It's something I could snack on all day, you know, when I'm in the car driving somewhere. So yeah, nice little cupcake there.
For me, what I'm missing from it is the creme brulee, the brulee part. I think that he should have gone gutsy with the brulee part and really loaded the sugar and bruleed it properly so that when we bit into it, it snapped.
It was more impressive than I expected. It's actually delicious.
No, it is delicious.
I agree. It is delicious.
Chocolate tart.
Chocolate tart with kumquat and parmesan. And he did say it was going to change our lives.
So it's fascinating, okay? It's definitely intriguing, interesting. Everything for me is like on the limit, and I'm trying to get it together still on my palate. I think someone would eat this and say, this hits it out of the park.
I think it's interesting, it's really delicious, it's very decadent, this rich, dense chocolatiness with that citrus. That's a little bit acidic, it's a little bit bitter, which is why he used kumquat. Little pops of pepper, and then the parmesan doesn't taste like parmesan cheese in this dessert. It acts as salt. So it clears your palate so you're ready for another decadent bite. And I think, yay for you, Derek. That's delicious.
I think as chefs, we're always trying to push the boundaries and to push the norm, and I think he's done it with that. Remember, it's not a tart as in T-A-R-T, it's a tort, T-O-R-T-E. It hits the mark to the core, so yay for me.
I mean, I did say earlier on that it would be my first time tasting something like this, and I think it's, it's actually, love at first taste for me, because I think there's a burst of flavors. I love that kind of chocolatey, moussey part of it.
Wow, well, that's a big statement, because it is so not a classic chocolate cake. So that's a great comment, and I love that feedback. And what you said about the parmesans, just like. That's it. That's what he did there.
Two incredibly talented bakers, some amazing bakes that we tasted today, but there can only be one winner.
Yeah.
Sadly.
It all comes down to this in the grand finale of the Tastemaster SA. Who will walk away with the title? Find out after the break.
Congratulations to our two finalists for creating some of the best bakes we have had all season. What you produced today was definitely worthy of the Tastemaster SA final. Well done.
We've invited your friends and family to celebrate or to commiserate with you.
I'm so lucky to have my sister here. Her name is Tala, and my nephew, who just turned 21, and his name is Peter.
I've got my friends here. It's amazing to have that support right here with me. I am amped.
A big thank you to our guest judges for joining us today. Siba, Tendai, thank you for sharing your knowledge today.
You're most welcome. It's been an amazing experience, and I think one of the most beautiful things is being part of a beginning journey for someone's future. And I'm hoping that whoever wins tonight, they will take this in and do the best they can for them. And whoever doesn't win, they must also take it in, because by virtue of them being here, they've won.
Absolutely, well said.
I think from my side, it's been amazing to be a judge for the first time on a baking show, not a cooking show. It's been incredible. I couldn't help myself, when we were tasting, I kept on eating and munching away. And that's credit to you, Derek and Shanae, for the amazing dishes that you delivered today.
Well, guys, first off, let me start by saying that the runner-up will not be going home empty-handed. He or she is walking away with a brand new AEG black refrigerator with combination freezer.
Woo!
Yeah. We'd like to take a moment just to introduce you and to thank our sponsors.
Joining us today, Thembi Buthelezi, Equity Lead of Mondelez, parent company of Royal Baking Powder.
For us, it was truly a match made in baking heaven. One of the most iconic baking shows in South Africa, merging and partnering with one of the most iconic brands within the baking industry, of course, Royal Baking Powder.
Using Royal Baking Powder, it's a tried and trusted baking powder that's been around for many, many years. It allows you to bake amazing memories with your family and your friends. So, what is good food without Royal Baking Powder?
And we believe the two forces joined together really stand to be reckoned with.
Managing Director of Electrolux South Africa, parenting company to AEG, Murray Crowe.
We believe that AEG provides quality, consistency, and innovation to what we prepare as a family, for friends, for communities, etc. AEG is about bringing people together and celebrating and challenging the expected. And we saw exactly that today.
From Salati Sugars, Tersha Naidu.
Salati's theme is sprinkle joy, and finding a moment of joy in someone's life really means a lot to us. So it has been a very special moment for us to be involved in this.
From KitchenAid, Malika Sali and Megan Adams, thank you.
We are hoping to get in the winner, somebody who is passionate about what they do, someone who appreciates good quality, somebody who will make a start to their future, and KitchenAid is so happy to be a part of that.
We want to thank you for enabling us to create a platform which showcases the hidden gems of the South African baking talent and thereby changing their lives forever. Thank you.
Thank you.
Shanae. Yeah. Your quiche today was excellent. A great balance between sweet and savory. Your cheese-infused crust was perfectly executed. It was a great bake. Your eclair was executed with very efficient technical skills. The great flavors of your filling, the coffee came through, the vanilla came through, the shininess of your ganache, excellent. Your decadent brownie, chunky with nuts and chocolate bits, brought into balance with the raspberries, great decision. And your chocolate cake was all you said it was going to be and more. Almost brought the beast to tears. So well done. You have definitely contributed to the success of the Tastemaster this year, and I just know for a fact that your daughter, who you fondly call Blomiki from time to time, her heart is going to burst out of her chest with pride, with her mother that is already by this stage in the competition become a local legend. Congratulations.
You so much. Derek, thank you for serving us some superb bakes today. You definitely went into the finale coming out with a bang. Your gnocchi was very creative. I think none of us had tasted anything like it, so you definitely ticked the box in terms of innovation there. We absolutely loved your cinnamon bun paired with the tea. We could definitely taste and feel you in that dish. Your creme brulee cupcake, we couldn't stop eating it. We just kept going and going and going. It was beautifully vanilla-y. The texture of the sponge was lovely and light. The entire eating experience was really Moorish. Your chocolate torte with pink peppercorns and parmesan sounded like a crazy concoction. We were absolutely moved by it. Some of us didn't understand it. Some of us absolutely loved it. But what you did do is get us talking about how imaginative that dish was. It was absolutely delicious, and technically, you aced it.
Thank you.
Well done. Derek, it's been an absolute pleasure watching you grow throughout this competition. You started here very unsure of yourself, comparing yourself to everybody else who was baking against you, telling them they were much better than you. Here you are in the final. You both have done an incredible job. Thank you so much for making this experience so delicious for all of us.
Thank you.
Along with the title, as you know by this time, the winner gets 50,000 Rand in cash from Royal Baking Powder. More than 80,000 Rands worth of equipment from KitchenAid, and 50,000 Rands worth of AEG appliances to challenge the expected in the kitchen. Now, as you know, this is the Taste Master, so there is a twist.
There's a twist. Please tell me we're not baking again.
Another spanner in the works. What is it, Fritz? Out with it.
To sweeten the deal, Salati is giving the winner a year's worth of supply of sugar to support you on your baking journey.
A year's supply of Salati sugar. That would be incredible.
Right, time for the moment I'm sure everybody has been waiting for. Time to announce who the winner of the Taste Master SA 2022 is.
I've got a feeling that I could win. I've worked my bum off. So I'm hoping this win is mine.
The winner is... Derek.
I just heard my name. There's a loud bang. Ek skrik my af. But apparently, I won Taste Master SA.
Derek has won the Taste Master SA. I'm incredibly proud of him, and I'm also super devastated for me.
I'm trying to comprehend this moment. It means an incredible validation, going up against incredible people who with so much talent and so much creativity, and coming up on top. It's unreal, it's dreamlike, it's surreal, and it's real. I don't know what to say. What an incredible journey. What a formative thing to happen at this stage of my life. I cannot thank you more for teaching me and showing me to trust in my ability, to trust in my instinct, and this is going to be a phenomenal start to my journey in Cape Town as a baker.
This journey has been incredible. There's so many things that I've learned, and all the people that I've met. This is really one of the most incredible things that I've done in my life.
I know that my mother, had she been here, she'd have been ecstatic. I can feel her presence, laughing and hugging and loving at this moment. This is for you, Mom.
Another feel-good production.